So surprisingly, the celery inspired me to talk about adrenal fatigue. Adrenal fatigue, the discussion of, did not inspire me to eat celery, although that also would make sense because celery is excellent for your adrenal glands. So I wanted to talk about my experience with adrenal fatigue, what adrenal fatigue is, why so many people have it, why so many doctors will not diagnose anyone with it, etc. So, adrenal fatigue is caused by a lot of things. Our generation in particular, we are the multitasking, over caffeinated, go, 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 never processing stress, drink caffeine, go to work, do your job, take a break, eat some processed crap, go back to work, drink more caffeine, keep working, 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 thinking about all of the other things you have to do other than working, then drinking more caffeine, going and working out, and we're also the weightlifting, high intensity generation, and then you leave the gym, you go home, you shower, you rub a bunch of chemicals into your skin, and eat another meal full of a bunch of processed crap, and go out drinking, which is also excellent for your adrenal glands. And we repeat this every single day. It's fantastic. And now, so that constant on the go, never resting, never focusing, never being present plays a big role in adrenal fatigue. Your adrenal glands are basically the blood pressure regulators, the cortisol regulators, your estrogen regulators, your sex hormone regulators. They are just essential. They regulate your response to stress, your response to adrenaline, obviously adrenals. And our generation is also a bunch of adrenaline junkies. So all of this is extremely important. And then, so what happens is your adrenals weaken over time. They weaken and they weaken and they weaken. And then what happens is your response to stress becomes dulled. Like you almost are too overwhelmed that you don't respond at all. You become numb. But what also can happen is when your body gets put into an actual moment where you're in fear, when normally you might feel just like an adrenaline rush, now your body floods you with cortisol, and that can lead to panic attacks, lots of other things. It's actually pretty scary. So what's really common with weak adrenals is that you will be fatigued most of the time. You, especially women, will have low blood pressure. And sometimes symptoms of that can be, dizziness upon standing, headaches when you don't eat, you have to eat very often, difficulty waking up after a long night's sleep, etc. And that's just the low blood pressure part. You can also have, like I said, the inability to even process stress. Like your version of handling stress is not acknowledging it. It's kind of like you feel flat and numb. That's really common. You almost depressed, but it's not even sadness. It's like emotionlessness, no sex drive. A lot of people feel, did I say the inability to wake up after a long night's sleep? Because that is very common as well. Some people experience energy late at night, which I actually was experiencing that when I was going through adrenal fatigue. I'd feel really exhausted all day, and then at night I'd be like, woo, let's go, I'm motivated. And then I'd be like, but you should probably sleep, and by the next morning it was totally gone. What's another thing? A weak immune response is common. And what else? Salty food cravings are very common. Exhaustion after exercise. So if you're normally a person that goes to the gym for however long, and now you're going to the gym and you're feeling just drained afterward. I know for myself, when I was going through this, I was still going to the gym every single morning for about an hour and a half at least, pushing hard the whole time. And then I would get out and feel like that was it. All my energy for the day was used up in that hour and a half. So, these are all just some symptoms. I might look up some more because there's a lot. And it's been a while since I was experiencing this really hardcore, so I've kind of forgot. What was really strong for me was dizziness when I would stand up. When I hadn't eaten, I had to eat like every hour just to help manage this. Headaches. I couldn't really be out in the sun for long. I would get headaches. I also would experience the cortisol rush. I was living in Orlando for a bit and I was going to theme parks, and I got to a point where I couldn't even handle roller coasters. I would get so panicked that I felt like I was having a panic attack. My legs would tingle and go numb. Waking up in the morning was really hard for me. Working out was really hard for me. Just dizziness, overall fatigue, headaches, salt cravings for sure. Definitely feeling detached, a little bit numb. And so I was about 4 months raw vegan when I was going through this. And also I was working out really hard every day. This is another symptom, gaining weight or the inability to lose weight. Now, if you're not active, gaining weight will probably be common. If you are active and you're trying to lose weight, you probably won't be able to. And it's really just due to the hormonal imbalance and your body holding on to your fat cells and not processing anything correctly. So for me, I was still pretty early into my raw journey, and I still was working on toning up and losing weight, and it wasn't happening for me. And out of nowhere, I got really, really sick. Sick to the point of, I think I spent like a week in bed drinking pineapple, ginger, lemon, celery smoothies. That's all I had. And I didn't work out. I didn't do anything. I think we went for a walk a couple times, things like that. But when I came out of it, I felt so much better than I had before I got sick, even before the adrenal fatigue symptoms started. And it's really common when you start a new diet that's more healthy, and take away the caffeine and take away everything that was kind of keeping you functioning beforehand, to begin these adrenal fatigue symptoms, because you were relying on processed foods and caffeine to keep you going before. And you're taking those away, and your adrenals that are already weak are a little bit confused. We all grew up eating Kraft mac and cheese and feeling like we have to constantly be on the go, and then we have to be working out and drinking all weekend. So what started happening is that I felt happier and more connected to myself and more energized, but I didn't want to push myself at the gym because I was just really holding on to this, feeling better. And I started losing weight. I was eating pretty much the same as I was before the adrenal fatigue, and not going to the gym every day, just going for walks, walking the beach, walking with my boyfriend at different parks, etc. And the weight started falling off of me, and not in an unhealthy way. I wasn't like getting freakishly skinny. I was just getting to a natural weight, and I let myself rest, which is not something I've ever really been good at. And the thing that people don't realize about adrenal fatigue is that people say listen to your body all the time, and I think that most people are not in any way in touch with their body to the extent that they think they are. And they use listening to their body as an excuse to eat garbage and lay around all day. But if you're having symptoms like that with the dizziness and the emotionlessness, and you're forcing yourself to go to the gym every day and you're feeling miserably exhausted the entire time, chances are you need to rest. So I really feel like the rest was the key for me, and eating small, frequent meals as well. Both of those things I feel like were the key for me to heal my adrenals. Now, granted, they're not completely healed. Now, I take an adrenal gland tincture from Dr. Morse's clinic. I can link that below. I know that celery juice is an amazing adrenal boost. I know that eating small, frequent meals is also, which I'm not very good at anymore because I've been experimenting with fasting, but that's really important. Just high nutrient foods are so important. Give up the caffeine, give up the processed crap, support your adrenals, support your body. You know what's good for you. And pushing yourself to work out when your body is fighting you every second of the way is not one of those things. Seriously, healing my adrenals was the key to getting to my natural weight. 100% I believe that, because I was raw for 4 months, still carrying around a lot of bloat, still, not 100% comfortable in my skin, feeling good for the beginning before the adrenal fatigue kicked in for sure. But after I got the rest and really truly stopped forcing myself to work out and listen to myself, everything changed. And something to keep in mind that also really helped me give up the packaged vegan foods. Like, I was eating kale chips like they were a food group. I was having guacamole, low fat really helped too. Very low fat. And I'm not saying everybody's got to be low fat all the time, because I really believe that balance is very essential. But for me, and for everyone I've talked to that has overcome adrenal fatigue, keeping it low fat is essential, like 10% or less fat. For a while, I was at like 4% or less, and I don't think that that's always healthy for everyone long term. But I did that for about 4 months, and that's when I started to blossom and feel my best. Give up the raw exception type foods like coconut aminos and nutritional yeast and things like that, and dehydrated foods. Give up that. Your goal is to hydrate. Hydrating gives your body life. Anything that dehydrates you sucks out the life from you. You need the high electricity, high energy, high vibrational foods to really support your adrenal glands and help them to heal. None of that random stuff. You have to let go of that. And I feel like when I got sick, my body knew what it needed. And I didn't want any of that. I didn't crave any of that. And once it was over, all of the need for all that nonsense was gone. So, heal your adrenals. Most of our generation, my generation, the millennials, are totally fucked when it comes to our adrenal glands. And it's really essential to your health and your energy and your vitality and your youth going forward in your life on this journey. Whether your goal is weight loss, whether your goal is, vitality, whether your goal is to be an energetic, positive influence on your children, heal your adrenal glands, and I will help you do it. I think that celery juice is a more concentrated version, but I wasn't feeling like juicing today. I just picked ripe ass fucking mangoes off of my uncle's tree today. Probably got 12 or 14. I'm gonna go back like every other day because you should see this tree. It's beautiful. Maybe I'll make a video from my uncle's house. I'm thinking I'm just gonna eat celery and mangoes for a little while because To me, I believe that the highest and most electric and energy and vibrational diet is like mono fruit that is seasonal and local. And if you don't like mangoes, I'm really sorry for you. And I'm also sorry if anybody's commented this whole time and I haven't looked at it, but I'm so far away. I'm going to end this video because I'm just doing that thing where I talk forever. But I love you guys. Please subscribe to my channel. I should start saying that in the beginning. I am doing some consideration of like learning how to make my videos edited and more interesting, but not today. Bye.